everyone, it's Sue, and welcome back to Discovering the Art of Living. Now, if you're new to my channel, click on the subscribe button below and you'll have access to all of the inspirational and DIY videos that I upload. So last week, we started our Christmas DIY series by making a cute little red truck inspired wreath to hang on your front door or in your living room. Now, if you missed that episode, you can click on the little link above and that will take you directly to the tutorial for the wreath. Now today we're going to continue our Christmas DIY series by making some Christmas decorations. Now you can use these little decorations to decorate your tree or put them on a wreath or use your imagination. Now this part I am really excited about. From watching lots of DIY tutorials on YouTube myself, I noticed that Michael's craft store in the US used to have grab bags at the end of every season, but they didn't have any here in Canada yet. Until last year. This is the first time I noticed that our local Michael's craft store had grab bags of a variety of their different seasonal decor on for $4. And in fact, at the very end of the season, my son noticed that they had put them down to 3 bags, $4. I was so excited. Yes, I do know that Michael's is a little overpriced, but based on their price tags, I had over $400 worth of Michael's craft items for $12. That's right, $12. Woohoo! So I'm going to be using some of those items that I purchased last year for our DIYs today. So get your crafty on and let's get started. Now we're going to start off today with some more Christmas trivia. This time we're going to see how well you know your Christmas carols. So are you ready? You're going to have to wait to the end of the video to find out the answers. And no cheating. Christmas song trivia question number 1. Who was seated next to me a day or two ago in the song Jingle Bells? Christmas song trivia question number 2. What did Janice and Jen want for Christmas in the song It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas? Christmas song trivia question number 3. What does Elvin want for Christmas in the Chipmunk Christmas song? Now stay tuned to the end of the video to find out the answers to these 3 Christmas song trivia questions. Now here was the part I was really excited about. These cookie cutters I got in my grab bags last year from Michael's, and as you can see by the price tags on them, they were $3 Canadian each. I got 8 of them, so that's $24 worth of cookie cutters that I probably got for 25 cents. So we're going to be using those as well as some Dollar Tree twine and some hot glue to make our first set of ornaments. Don't worry if your Michael's doesn't have these cookie cutters, you can easily find them at the dollar store or any yard sale. Since we're going to be wrapping the twine around the cookie cutters, you want to cut off a piece that's long enough to be manageable because you won't be able to fit the roll in and out of the cookie cutter. You can always add more, so don't worry about how long to cut it. Start anywhere on your cookie cutter and put some hot glue in one spot, attach your twine, and then wrap around and around. The trick is to hold the twine really tightly and push it in tight together. You don't want any of the cookie cutter metal parts showing through. Again, if you run out of that piece of twine, just start another one by hot gluing it in place, preferably on the inside so it doesn't show as well. Now you don't have to glue each time you wrap the twine around. Just maybe wherever there's an elevation or a little dent. You just want to do it probably every inch or so to make sure that the twine doesn't completely slip off. So this is time consuming but easy peasy, and it's pretty mindless, so you might want to be doing it while you're watching your favorite Hallmark Christmas movie. Once you're all done wrapping each ornament, you can embellish them any way you'd like. I put some little red ribbons on from the Dollar Tree, or you could put buttons on, glitter, or anything else that you like. Before you embellish though, take a small piece of twine and attach it to the top of your ornament so that you can hang it on a tree. Now these make cute tree ornaments, but you could also use them on a wreath, or you could use them as secret Santa gifts for co-workers, or use your imagination. So for our next ornaments, we're going to be using this smaller box of mini Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. Now these are smaller than the ones that we used for our picture frame, and they come in all plain wood, or you can buy packages that have the dark and light wood, and that's ones I use for this project, but you can use either if you like. We're also going to be using a printable that I've provided down below that has a variety of Christmas words on it. Now you can feel free to use your Cricut Maker if you want to print out some letters, or you can just write your own names on there. You can download the template and change the words if you like, or you could even put photographs in. It's totally up to you. I'm also going to be using some Gorilla Glue. Now you can easily use hot glue, but I love this Gorilla Glue. I'm not sponsored, but I absolutely love this product. It works so well and dries really quickly and clear. If you use hot glue, you just have more chance of burning your fingers. You'll also need some poster board or a piece of cardstock, and an Exacto knife, and some kind of protection for your table when using the knife. First off, we're going to print off the printable with your words on it using a regular printer and printer paper. Then you're going to cut out the squares or rectangles, cutting around the black line and keeping that on as a guide. Next, you're going to use a glue stick and attach those words to your poster board or cardstock. Now I suggest laying your Jenga blocks in place so that you can kind of see how you want to position them. In the ones that I made, each little frame used 6 mini Jenga blocks, so you get 6 total ornaments out of a package of 36. Once you have them laid the way you'd like them, use the Gorilla Glue to glue them around the outside of your words directly onto the cardstock. Once you have all of your frames glued in place, let them dry for about 10 to 15 minutes before proceeding. Now make sure you have some sort of cutting mat or towel down on your table so that your Exacto knife doesn't cut your table. Use some scissors to cut around each individual frame just to make it a little easier to handle. When you have all 6 frames separated, carefully use your Exacto knife to cut the excess cardstock from around each frame. Now with these Jenga blocks, you will notice they are not perfect and they may not line up 100%. You may have a little tiny gap here and there, but it doesn't matter because we're going to embellish them later, and they're supposed to be rustic farmhouse. So again, trim all the excess cardstock around each ornament. Once all 6 frames have been trimmed, you can decorate them any way you like. I take a little bit of twine and make a bit of a hanger to put on the back of each one first. Now you can leave these just the way they are, plain and simple. And if you don't like the farmhouse decor look, you can also paint them any color you like. You can glam them up with pink, silver, gold, anything that you like. I put ribbon and my little twine flowers on them. And there's a link above if you want to know how to make the twine flowers. Now our last ornament's a little more time consuming and a little bit trickier, but patience will prevail. Now there will be a full list of supplies used for all of these decorations in the description box below, but I would like to just let you know this little tip that I found from watching some other DIYs. Using wax paper on your work surface for gluing and painting. I always use newspaper, but then I found that my items stuck to the newspaper. This works perfectly because the items peel completely off with no residue. We're going to start with one of these wooden circles, and I got 4 in a pack from Dollar Tree, and we're going to paint it with our base color using just a foam brush and some acrylic paint or chalk paint. Now I made black and white buffalo check ornaments, but you can also do red plaid if you like, green plaid, it doesn't really matter, but you will need 4 different shades of paint. So you will need white paint as your base if you're doing the white buffalo check, a very light gray, so add a little bit of black to it, a little darker shade of gray by adding a bit more black, and then pure black. If you were going to do the red plaid, your base color would be red, add a little bit of black to the red, a bit more black to the red, and then just pure black. Same with green or orange or any other color that you like. Once your base coat is completely dry, we're going to use some low tack tape, painter's tape or washi tape to make our stripes. Now in retrospect, I would definitely use the painter's tape. I was trying to just make thinner stripes on mine, but you could find thinner painter's tape or just cut the painter's tape in half. But I did use this washi tape, and if you can see, it is frozen themed washi tape that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it did not work very well at all. The paint bled, but oh well. Let it go, let it go. So we're starting with a piece of tape at the very top and pressing it firmly onto the ornament. Then take a second piece and use that just as your spacer. Do not press it directly onto the ornament, just use it as a spacer. Place your next piece below and attach it, and then just keep moving your spacer along so that you get your stripes evenly aligned. Once you have all your stripes in place, press each piece of tape firmly to your ornament so that the paint doesn't bleed through. Then you're going to apply color number 2, which for me is the very pale gray. So we're just going to take some white paint and add maybe 1 drop of black to it. If you were doing red plaid, you would use red with 1 tiny drop of black. Mix it together using a paintbrush or a toothpick. Then I suggest using makeup sponges to apply your paint so that it doesn't add too much and there's less chance of it bleeding through. Once you have your light gray stripes completely painted, let your ornament dry completely or use a hairdryer before proceeding to the next step. Gently and carefully peel off the washi tape. Next, we're going to rotate the ornament 90 degrees, and we're going to repeat the process, except the first strip is going to be your spacer tape. The next one you press down firmly. Now keep removing your spacer and go all the way down your ornament again. Now we're going to add a bit more black to our existing gray to make a deeper shade of gray, and repeat the process all the way down the ornament. Once this layer is completely dry, we're not going to remove the washi tape. We're going to rotate our ornament 90 degrees again. Starting with the top, we're going to place our tape, then the spacer, then the tape all the way down the ornament. Next, we're going to use just pure black paint to cover this area. When everything is 100% completely dry, remove all the tape, and voila, beautiful buffalo check. Now, like I said, because I used the washi tape, my paint did bleed through a little bit and it wasn't 100% perfect. But again, it's supposed to be rustic farmhouse, and I was going to put some words over top of it. So don't worry if it's not perfect, it'll still look beautiful. Now I used some more of the twine to make a little hanger on the back, and some of the Dollar Tree bows that I used in the other ornaments. I also used my Cricut Maker to make the names of our family members and stuck them on the front, but you can embellish it any way you like. Enjoy, and see you next time on Discovering the Art of Living. Now don't forget to keep watching to find out the answers to the trivia questions. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and in the comments section below, let me know which one of the decorations that you made. And if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content. And please help me out with my channel by sharing these videos with your family and friends. See you next time.